Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 9th update for Throwback 30. Jessica created this project for Pantastic Ladies several years ago because there were so many great ideas for projects, but she just couldn't do all of them. No one could. And so this is a way to sort of do 30 different Pantastic Ladies projects. Some of them are ongoing, some of them happened years ago, and either way you pick 30 of them and you pick something for each of those projects. This started on July 28th last year and it goes to this July. And then I believe there is going to be another round starting, so if you missed out on the fun this time, you can pick up next year. At the last update, I had 12 of the 30 projects remaining. That's not true anymore. There is something leaving, so I will get started. The first project left on the alphabetical list is 50 Shades of Pink. That's something pink. And I picked this Bath & Body Works Sweet Summer Kiss Fine Fragrance Mist. You can see my new line down there. Those lines are all from this project. I got rid of the ones from a previous project. And my goal was initially to finish this. I'm not going to pull that off. I'm just going to use this until the finale in July, but I'm glad to be using this. Next is Child of the 80s, and that's an 80s themed prompt-based project. At random, I got the prompt yo-yos, which is something that you don't know how you feel about. And I didn't know how I felt about this Nair face cream. I also think of Nair as being a very 80s product. And I decided that I didn't particularly care for it, but I did have a goal to finish it, and I did finally do that. I cut it open, what's left in there is dried up since after cutting it, so this is now an empty for Child of the 80s, and I do not intend to repurchase this. Next is Color Pan, that's for panning ColourPop products. I only own one. It's this ColourPop Cherish eyeshadow palette. I can't take the lid up because the shade on the end here will fall out, so sorry about the glare. But I have a goal of using this 30 times. At the last update I'd used it 5 times, and I'm wearing it right now for the 4th time of the month, giving me a total of 9 uses. Every time I use this for a look, it counts as one, whether I'm using one shade or all 5. Today I'm using 3. I'm wearing Adore, Faith, and Forever is that dark one on the end. And that one, Faith, in the middle, has a little asterisk by it on the back because it's not technically an eyeshadow and you're not supposed to use it on your eyes. It really annoys me when they do that because they know perfectly well people are going to be using it on their eyes, but they feel like they're legally protected somehow. Ethically speaking, that kind of bothers me, but I'm still using it on my eyes today. I'm going to keep using this and I'm hoping to meet my goal by the finale in July. Next is Day of the Dead. That's another prompt-based project around the Day of the Dead. This one has dual prompts. There's a part A and a part B. Part A of the one that I got is purple, and I picked this cream eyeshadow from Au Naturel in the shade Bliss. My goal is to finish it. I don't know if I'm going to manage that or not, but I am getting good use out of it. At the last update, I'd used it 15 times. I've used it 5 more times, giving me a total of 20. And we'll see how close I can get to finishing this by the finale. Part B for Day of the Dead is Pain, Suffering, Grief, and Mourning. And that's a product that gives you grief. And this one certainly did. It's the Common Panda Hair Color Wax in pink. My goal was to finish it, and I did that. I had 3 prior uses. I used it twice more in the last month, and it's now gone. I hated the texture this gave my hair. The only way I could really use it was to put my hair back in a bun. That's not my favorite, and it made my hair really stiff, and I didn't like it. I hate panned this, and at one point, that what was left of the foil seal had cut my finger, so it even gave me pain. So I'm done with this. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Next is Disney Princess. Each of the Disney princesses had 2 colors associated with them, and you were to pick something that matched the colors for the princess. I randomly got Aurora, and one of her colors is bubblegum pink. And I picked this NCLA Sugar Sugar Lip Scrub because it is pink. My goal is to finish it. At the last update, I'd used it 40 times. I've used it 5 more for a total of 45, and this is what it looks like. I'm not sure I'm going to finish this, but I am finally using it, which it had been sitting around not getting used for a very long time. So at least I'm getting somewhere, and I'm going to keep using it. Next is Lip Service, and for lip service, you pan any type of lip products. And I picked a lip gloss. It's the Acure Lip Blush in the shade Schmexy. The last update, I'd used this 20 times, and I'm up to 23. My goal is 30, so I am inching closer. If I really just focus on this, I can knock it out in a month, but I'm just kind of been gradually inching along through the whole project for some reason, but I'll keep doing that. Monochromatic Project Pan has a color assigned for each month. Most people just picked a month, but what I'm doing is putting a small usage goal for each color and going through all of the months. And so for April, the color was white, and I picked this Urban Decay Ultimate Ozone Lip Primer. The product is white, but it shows up clear on your lips. My goal was to use it 3 times, and I did. So I met that goal, and it's time to roll in something for May. May's color is red, so I am bringing in this little lip crayon. The writing is all gone, so I don't know what brand this was, but I'm sure it was from the drugstore. My goal is going to be to use this 3 times through the month of May. Paranormal Pantivity is themed around the paranormal, and the prompt I've been working on is Doppelganger. That's something you have a double or backup of. And I do have another one of these Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Moisture CC creams. It's a hair product. You can see my marks there. That bottom one is where I am at now. I'm trying to finish this. My progress has really slowed down, and that's partly because my hair is shorter, but also since it's shorter and therefore needs less product, I'm not styling it as often. I'm more likely to just let it do whatever it wants right now since it's happier and a bit bouncier. And so I've slowed down on this. I am still working through it. I don't think I'm going to finish it by July, but at least I've gotten through a good part of it, which is good because I have another one. Next is same pan last year, and that one's based around holidays. I randomly generated the 4th of July, and that's an item from an independent brand. I picked this Vapor Aura multi-stick in the shade Intrigue. The last update I'd used it 10 times of my goal of 30, and I am wearing it for the 9th time today this month, giving me a total of 19. It's what's on my lips right now, so this is a very stiff formula. It applies very sheer. It's pretty dry, but I do have it on my lips by itself today. Normally I'd probably put a gloss over this, even though it is kind of shimmery. There's a gold shimmer in it. But I do use this on both my cheeks and my lips. I still haven't decided which way I like it better, to be honest with you. I prefer a creamier formula. If these were still available, I wouldn't buy another one, but I'll keep this one. Tiny Pans was a past Pan That palette theme in which you were to pan a palette that had tiny pans. And so the smallest pans that I had are from this Coastal Scents Stylized Eyeshadow Sampler. It's just a little duo. And there it is right now. My goal is to use it 30 times. At the last update, I had used it 15 times. I've used it 5 more times in the last month, giving me a total of 20. And that is a new pan in that matte shade, if you can see that. And that's a huge pan now, as huge as it can get in a pan that size, for the shimmer shade. So I have 10 more uses. Every time I use this palette, I go ahead and use both shades, and we'll see how much of that shimmer I can use up. It might survive 10 uses, I don't know, we'll find out. And last but not least is Zodiac Panner. That is a project in which each of the 12 zodiac signs has 1 or more colors associated with it. And for this one, I just picked my own zodiac sign, which is Pisces. And Pisces is soft sea green. So I went into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette, and I picked out the shade Kawaii right there, which is a soft sea green. My goal is to use it 15 times. At the last update, I had 10 uses, and now I'm up to 13. So I just have 2 uses to go, and I think this should be rolling out in the next update. I had given myself a goal of using every item remaining in this project at least once through the last month. I actually didn't manage that. There is a nail polish I have in for This Is Fantasy that I haven't used this month. I am rolling out a nail polish in another project, so I think this one's going to become a focus of mine for at least the remainder of the project. We'll try to finish it. It's a little mini, and we'll see how far I get with that. But I have 2 items that are now empties, but it's only 1 project rolling out because this was from the project Day of the Dead, and I still have part A remaining in there. So I'm going from 12 projects down to 11 with Child of the 80s rolling out. For the next update, I am sure that I will have Zodiac Panner out. That might be the only one leaving the project next month, but that's okay. It's something anyway. And so wish me luck. Good luck to the rest of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.